Hey everybody. Okay, hopefully this works. Hopefully you can see me. So it's Friday night. SmackDown's gonna start in like 40 minutes. So this is just more to document some comics that I'm gonna give away. I guess I'll talk about them too. So my friend Keith Dempy, who does Eternal Darkness Creations, if you remember, I said, like, I don't think he watches my videos. He doesn't get on internet that much, so he's not gonna see this. So before I get to him, so I sent him all my Micronaut, yeah, pretty much all my Micronauts, the new voyages. I'd read them like a couple of times, and I was like, I don't need these anymore. Like, I've read them. Some really cool covers that I like to keep. I think issue 6 or 7 had an awesome cover, but also maybe I'll get it again, that issue. So I sent it to him, and I just got the feeling that he really likes those 80s comic books. So I was I need to get rid of this stuff. And even though like a lot of it's pretty cool, I just don't need it anymore. So I'm gonna send him my SECTAURS, the Warriors of Symbion, or Symbion, whatever you want to say. That is an awesome cover. And I remember the toys. I never had any, but I thought they looked really cool. And like the creatures, you stuck your hand in them. They were basically a glove, and you put them on there, I guess, somehow, and you fly them. I would like to have those. So, but I got the comics. There's number 1, written by Bill Mantlo, and pencils by Mark Texiera. The coloring is really bright and vibrant. And Mark, his art would change. It's really good here. This is like perfect comic book art. But he only drew the first 2 covers. I mean, first 2 issues. There's issue 2. And it's like a fantasy, sci-fi, sword and sorcery, alien creatures. And it only lasted 8 issues. So the story is like there's the Shining Realm and then the Dark Domain. And in the Shining Realm, Dargon is his name. He's like the prince. His father has gone on like looking for these buildings called hives that hold all these powers that like almost destroyed their world before. So it's like the hives are bad things, and they had heretics, I think they call them, or like followers of the hives, and the heretics are outlawed or shunned or whatever. But then man, I'll try to make this quick, not too long. The evil Empress Devora, the leader of the Dark Domain, she wants the power of these hives. So the Shining Realm and the Dark Domain have like a truce going, and she breaks it and like attacks a border village. So the Shining Realm, Dargon and his friends Pinsor, Zack, and what's the other one's? I can't remember the other one's name. There's a girl in Stellara. Let's see if I can. Mantor. Yeah, they're like, we have to fight the Dark Domain and get the power of the hives to fight the fighter. So it's a cool idea. So like his uncle, he's not the ruler, he's like the regent ruler. Oh man, I'm sweating. Like Dargon convinces him, like, he's like, if we do this, we're gonna break the truce. But if I'm like a traitor to you and do this on my own, then Devora, she can't just outright attack you if she doesn't have proof that, you know, you're condoning this. So now look who we got here. So not only is he an enemy to the Dark Domain, he's a rebel and a outcast from the Shining Realm. So that's a cool dynamic. Here's number 4. And oh yeah, and then the Dark Domain, they have cool the villains are cool. There's Spydrax, Waspax, Skulk, and that's it. Like Spydrax is like a barbarian lord. Waspax is like the leader of Devorah's, some of her military force, and Skulk is her like adopted son, and he looks cool. I don't know if I could find a picture of him. He's like a Spider-Man basically. He is like a human body but like a spider head. He looks really cool. So I'm gonna find him. And they're scheming and fighting amongst each other, so that was cool because they're just bad guys. You can kind of see them. But Spydrax is definitely like the most badass of the bad guys. There's a Devorah. And like reading these and just reading new comics, like in these, like I kind of get to know Dargon's friends. Like I said, Pinsor, Mantor, and Zack. I was comparing them to like other crappy comics I've read. And at least I know who they are. They get a little, like you read their thought bubbles and you get a little insight to their character. And just, oh, this is way better than, you know, comics I've been getting from the library. Issue 6. But, oh yeah, and then like the bad guys, they have Skull Warriors. They have like different classes of warriors, and I'd like to get to know like the bad guy side more. They seem like they have this whole like, you know, world unto them, and like a hierarchy and different classes of bad guys. Oh yeah, and like how he's flying that weird bee. It's a little cool thing that a sector will telepathically bond with their steed. Call it telebonding, and like they feel the same thing. That's cool. Something. There's one of the hives. But I guess this, much like the toys, this didn't do any good at all. There's no letter pages, and then as I was reading it, I was like, they're just wrapping this up, and it only lasted 8 issues. There's number 8, and then they just wrapped it. They just ended it, and it's very unsatisfying. Like this last issue, it just turns into a war issue. There's Spydrax. And there's one. Chuck, come here. Can you see Chuck? Oh my god. It's so heavy. There's like one big battle page. I thought there was. So yeah, it just very unsatisfying ending. I wish this would have lasted, you know, like 100 issues, and just find out more about Symbion and Spydrax and I guess the bad guys. But I just wanted to show these because I'm gonna send them to Keith. I think he'll really appreciate them. I'm pretty sure he'll read them. I'm done with them now. And, you know, I just want to pass them on to someone that'll appreciate them. Oh, man. Okay. You know, actually, like, I think 1 and 2 are my favorite covers. That one. And this one, so we can stop this. I'll see you later.